Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy. It was during that time where he was a free agent, and both sides were trying to sign him. Mm-hmm. So basically, Steph basically offers to sleep with him. She's like, "Oh, I get a big sign-on bonus, if you will." I forget the exact verbiage, but it was and this is the reason that when he showed up on the Raw brand, Triple H
shut it down.
Shut it down. Made sure it wasn't gonna go nowhere. We begin with Smackdown on 10/3 of 2002. Before I get to the episode, though, I want to say it is just a bit of a weight lifted to me when I don't have to book a whole pay-per-view. Like, I have half of a UK pay-per-view, but nobody cares about UK pay-per-views. I don't even know if the UK cared about UK pay-per-views.
Back then they didn't. They really do now.
Oh yeah. Nowadays, in the modern era, that like legit, they're talking about putting Mania.
Yeah.
Which, oh my god, I think every pay-per-view should happen in the UK. It starts.
I feel like they should happen in any country that's not the United States.
Exactly. Anywhere that's not America, so it can start early and end early, and I can get to bed on time. My goodness.
So good. Oh. I woke up at 1 o'clock today, thinking, "Oh man, so I gotta wait 7 hours." I'm like, "Nope. Hold up a second. Money in the Bank, that's 3.
Oh, good.
Man.
So good.
I went to get some lunch, came back, slapped on Peacock, put my feet up, and just watched all of Money in the Bank. Great pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable.
Yeah. Even if LA Knight didn't win the Money in the Bank, then I'm not bitter.
Okay. Yeah, me neither. Yeah. I agree with Triple H in the idea that LA Knight isn't done. Like, it's just the beginning.
Nor should it be.
So, the show...
you know what? I like Damian Priest. So good for Damian.
Oh, absolutely. There was only one man in that entire match I would have had a problem with winning.
Logan Paul.
Well, that is correct. And even then, I could understand the argument being made.
I could justify it. That does not mean I would like it.
Exactly. Yes. Same here. I could justify it, but don't mean I like it. I like that.
But honestly, literally, it's one of those few Money in the Banks where I'm like, yeah, any one of them could win, and they would all benefit from the rub.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought that was good.
So I was just talking about how that the ending, right? I said, how did I bring up ending in this story? I don't know. I know the end of something came up. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But
it'll come to my point is, tonight's SmackDown begins with the end of the AEW Cruiserweight Tag Team titles.
Ah, okay.
So, for weeks now, probably months now even. Yeah. Weeks at least, maybe a month. Matt Hardy.
No, it's been about 2 months. You're right.
Okay, yeah. Matt has been evolving the Cruiserweight Tag Team titles.
Right.
And so...
in typical Matt Hardy fashion. Always evolving.
Well, isn't that true? Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, broken Matt Hardy version 1. Yeah. Even his time in Scum there in ROH, that was a different Matt Hardy as well.
Exactly.
But yeah, so we open with Shannon Moore, Crash Holly, and Matt Hardy coming out. But they all have newly designed championship title belts. no longer do they say cruiserweight, but they are branded with what Matt has been doing this whole time.
Right.
They now say Team Extreme Tornado Champions. Matt, he just pretends like all that Brock Lesnar stuff didn't even happen. Brock didn't humiliate him on my birthday.
He didn't crush him or anything.
He didn't look like a fool. So Matt is all happy because he has expanded the former cruiserweight tag titles from 2 to 3. So he had already instituted the golden rule of the captain, which Matt calls himself the captain of his team. So his title is gold, whereas Shannon and Crash's championship belts are silver. And that visual representation is done to illustrate the fact that Matt is the captain of said trio. And so he is out here just, celebratory as all.
That's all I'll get out.
Exactly, like just Matt being Matt,
Yep.
And so I didn't initially have what I'm about to say happen, but because of something we had talked about before recording, I'm going to have Stephanie McMahon, the general manager of SmackDown, come out, and
Stephanie McMahon.
She's going to be smiling, she's going to be happy, but like grinning through her frustration, right? And she's going to tell Matt. She says,
"What are you doing?"
She says, "You've got a lot of initiative." I see that. That's
a real corporate way of saying that.
You've got a lot of initiative, Matt. But I'm gonna need to see you in my office. And go ahead and bring Shannon and Crash with you. We're gonna open this show tonight with Jamie Noble versus Val Venus. If you both could get out here, and the three of you come with me. And so we we have that match, Jamie Noble versus Val Venus. Jamie is significantly smaller than Val, and so he is fighting from underneath throughout the match. And as Val is going up to hit the money shot,
completely forgot that's what his finisher was called.
Right, the big splash, the Superfly splash from the top
with gyrations.
Yep, with gyrations, you are correct. Yep. Jamie rolls out of the way. Val splashes the mat.
Nice.
But Jamie, who's a smart wrestler, rolls him over.
Former ROH World Champion Jamie Noble.
Former in real life, future in story.
Hey.
Yes. So he like I said, Jamie rolls Val over.
Nice.
1-2 kick out.
Okay.
So Val doesn't lose to his own finish, but what Jamie does, he picks up Val, hits him with a big gut buster, because that's where the move
Makes
should
sense.
have hit on Jamie, and so he takes advantage of him hitting the canvas. Jamie then goes for the pin and wins.
Hey!
And so, I'm a fan of Jamie Noble. He's had some bad luck with Nydia turning on him, and he lost out on that feud with Tajiri, and to the one where Nydia did leave him.
Indeed.
But indeed, I like that. Speaking of Indeed, our next match sees Funaki from Kaientai.
Hey.
He unfortunately comes up short against Johnny the Bull Stamboli.
Yeah, it happens to the best ones.
Yes. Up next, Tajiri, the guy who I was just saying went over on Noble in their prior feud, he beats a local wrestler to stay on his winning ways.
Johnny Jabroni.
Post-match, we see another spot run showing off the before and after results for the MJ90 Magic, the workout system.
Of course.
And
cannot wait to see where this is going.
Well, I do believe that the debut is coming in this said episode. Let me double check. So, I do. Yeah,
is it in this one?
It is in this episode.
Right,
so
cool, don't spoil it.
The reveal will happen as we move forward.
Cool.
The show continues with Booker T still feuding with the Regal Counter Threat.
Of course.
He takes out Night Test in this particular episode to once again try and prove to the folks following King William
that he is not leading them to the promised land, which is, it's actually something that's been an inadvertent development throughout the introduction of the Regal counterfeit. I didn't even realize what I was doing at first, but once I caught on, I was like, oh, I like that a lot.
Nice.
And so Regal tends to win because they help him, but he isn't nearly as beneficial to them as they are to him.
Yeah.
And so post-match, Eddie Guerrero cuts a promo about how he is going to humiliate King Willie in his home country on his oh, I wrote on my sister's birthday, not Eddie's sister, on my sister's birthday, because it turns out rebellion is happening on my sister's birthday, or did happen in real life. So that was just a personal note because I thought that was funny.
Nice.
So Eddie stays out after his promo is cut and joins the commentary team of Taz and Cole.
Nice.
Because he knows something that we, the audience, don't know. So if you remember, we ended last episode with Big Evil, Chuck Palumbo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No.
Disregard.
Just kidding.
So, the reason Eddie is staying out on commentary is because his best friend, Rey Mysterio, is defending the World Television title against Big Evil, Chuck Palumbo, here in the main event. So, I have a bad habit of, I won't say it's bad, but I have a habit of doing the big guy versus the little guy match. Like I said, I
really do like that.
I did it with Jamie and Val, Funaki and Johnny, and now the main event is Rey Mysterio versus Chuck Palumbo.
Right.
So, Rey Mysterio is doing all kinds of great Rey Mysterio stuff.
As he should.
Yeah, because he's great at that wrestling thing. But as the match goes on, and as we get closer to the finish, Eddie Guerrero is not the only Guerrero that is out at ringside. Chavo makes his way out, and, Eddie, being funny and having a good time, he's like, oh, Chavito, he's here, family, all that.
Family!
But, even though Eddie is happy to see Chavo is unhappy with the relationship between Ray and Eddie.
Interesting.
And in the climax of the match, Chavo Guerrero, he helps not so much Chuck Palumbo win, but helps Rey Mysterio lose the title to Chuck Palumbo. And so it just, the reason I did it this way is I felt like Chavo, well, not only was I not using him to his fullest potential, because Chavo's a great heel,
Indeed.
but I wanted Ray to have somewhere to go post losing the TV title.
Right.
And so with that, it's just natural that Ray's next feud will be against Chavo.
You know what? I'm with it.
And that gives Chuck the ability to go through and continue the telling of the Open TV Challenge storyline, while, now, granted, Ray will attempt to get his title back.
Right, but it won't be like immediately.
I just want him to have somewhere,
a story to go into.
Just keeping those plates in the air and spinning.
Yeah,
and so that is my Smackdown for 10/3 of 2002, where I justify my early draft of Chuck Palumbo.
Indeed.
I justify him working with The Undertaker.
Indeed.
Like I said, I give Ray something to go to after, and set up the Intercontinental storyline where Eddie is once again being a defending champion, and this time he wants to humiliate William Regal in his hometown. So I just feel like
Eddie Guerrero, really.
Exactly. And so it's just it's good stuff for this very laid back version